What is up, guys? Dashing here, and of course live we are for yet another edition of CMV, and it's Octane episode 67, the go home edition, my friends, because of course tomorrow night is Mob Violence and the return of the Royal Rumble match. And you better be there, or you're gonna be square. The last thing you want to be is square. Let's be honest about it. But before we get to Mob Violence, we have got a great night of action here on Octane, the A show of CMV, and we are kicking things off strong, guys. It is a Falls Count Anywhere match here, as of course the main character of CMV, the former Women's World Champion Gianna, getting ready to take on a fired up Alexia Diamond, who has been waiting for this opportunity to get Gianna one-on-one ever since Gianna took her out of action over a month ago with that brutal steel chair attack. Had Alexia Diamond on the shelf with a knee injury, but came back she did to be in the corner of Ruby Rattel when she dethroned Gianna at Attack in Australia. And we saw in that trios match a couple weeks ago on Shockwave, Alexia Diamond tapping out Gianna. But that's just the start. Alexia Diamond far from finished with the main character. But for Gianna, guys, this is a path back to the Women's World Championship. If she can take out Alexia Diamond one step closer to a rematch with Ruby Rattel, we'll see both of these women, along with 28 others, a part of the Women's Royal Rumble match tomorrow night at Mob Violence. The winner gets that Women's World Championship match next month at Validation. Alexia Diamond pulled back. Great main event here tonight, my friends. Trios matchup. Going to see the Earl, the new Rite of Passage champion, and the Higher Authority taking on the, let's just say, less than friendly trio of Peligro, Chris Diamond, and global champion Morgan. But hopefully they can be united tonight in this fight against their common foe, the Higher Authority. Alexia Diamond going to go right to work, starting to wear Gianna down. And she'll look to lock in one of those many submissions of hers, and Gianna in a lot of trouble early on. Focusing heavily on the arms is Diamond here now as she lifts Gianna to her feet. Big chop, couple across the chest, three of them, as a matter of fact. And this is a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, guys. That means no countouts, no disqualifications, as we well know, and Falls Count Anywhere. Spinning soul kick, hook to the jaw, and spin her around. And here we got a Fujiwara. Gianna's got to do something to stop Alexia Diamond from going after her arms like this. Great counter by the former Women's World Champion. Oh, now she's going to give Alexia Diamond a taste of her own medicine with that high knee to the bicep of Diamond, and now a kitchen sink in the pin, middle of the ring. Perhaps a tinge of desperation by Gianna, hoping that that may have been enough, but certainly not. Here tonight, guys, also the Anarchy Championship Tournament first round concludes. Our final first round matchup. Well, guys, look at this! Gianna with the octopus stretch. That's what Alexia Diamond used to tap out Gianna a couple weeks ago on Shockwave, but Diamond able to escape here. As I was saying, our final first round matchup in the Anarchy Championship Tournament. Going to see C2 Afasaki battle Ben Stacy. As we saw last episode of Octane, Bison the Barbarian, the champion for Mr. Green, advancing, as well as Cedric Kovic. Alexia Diamond able to escape that. Oh, octopus stretching it, but not able to avoid that forearm smash. And we also saw Knights defeat Justice Stone to advance to the second round. Who's going to join all of them? We'll find out later on as Diamond struggles to roll out onto the apron. Gianna waiting patiently, lining up her shot, going to try to knock her down to the outside, but Diamond At the last second, able to get up her knee, back into the ring, kick to the midsection. Oh, here's the rocker dropper from the main character. Into the pin she goes. Will that be enough? 1, 2, almost. Very nearly. You can be sure that Ruby Raquel, the Women's World Champion, watching from the back. Gianna knows that, wants to send a message. And there's that DDT of hers. Again into the pin. 1, 2. But again, Alexia Diamond kicks out. And look at the tantrum being thrown by Gianna. Well, now she's had enough. She's fed up. Under the ring she goes to pull out a kendo stick. But Diamond going to cut her off as she gets back into the ring. Irish whip throws her down to the outside. And now Diamond picks up that kendo stick. To the outside we go. Remember, this is Falls Count Anywhere. Gianna with a jawbreaker. Again, a pinfall attempt. Referee's got to get in position, though, taking her time, and that allows Alexia Diamond to kick out before even the count of 1. Takes this fight back into the ring. Does Alexia Diamond. Irish whip going to throw Gianna back down to the outside, though. A bit indecisive here as Alexia Diamond as she delivers a kick to the midsection. Oh, into a Falcon Arrow. And now you can see she's got a cross armbar, but maneuvering herself into position, sort of hammerlock. Has the left arm of Gianna trapped, and now Alexia Diamond's got the right arm, bends it back. I swore I heard a pop from over here. And does not relent. Alexia Diamond staying on the arms, man. I don't think she'll be content until she rips them off. Elbow to the forehead. Things not looking too good for the main character right about now in this Falls Count Anywhere match. Interesting DDT there. I don't know if I've ever seen that variation before. As now from behind, hang on a second, Russian leg sweep into the octopus stretch. The octopus stretch has Gianna trapped again. Will she tap out a second time? No, gets out of it. With some well-placed punches to the nose of Alexia Diamond. Can't hit that forearm smash. And now into the Fujiwara. All the damage done to the arm throughout this matchup. But Gianna, unwilling to give Alexia Diamond the satisfaction of making her tap out a second time, knee to the face. Waits for her to get up. Gonna use the environment, dropping Alexia Diamond right on top of the barricade. Far from a soft landing. And now hurls her shoulder first into the barricade. Stomp to the gut. Nothing pretty about it. Diamond fights back to her feet. Jawbreaker. Staggers Gianna just enough. Diamond from behind, but an elbow's waiting for her. Spins her around as Gianna nails her with the overdrive neck down onto the floor. But Alexia Diamond kicks out, and Gianna continues to build her frustration, not being able to put Alexia Diamond down. Throws her over here near the announce table. Timekeeper getting the hell out of the way. He doesn't want to be caught in the middle of this. Float over DDT, hook to the jaw. Again, Alexia Diamond again. Octopus stretch right here in front of the announce table. Locked in, nice and tight. Gianna, for all that she has left, fights out again. You gotta respect the resolve of Gianna in this matchup. Kick to the midsection. Able to block that punch. Forearm smash. And again, Gianna going in. Alexia Diamond quick to throw her down. Picks her right back up. Go behind German suplex. Dropping Gianna on her neck. And of course, back to work on the arms. the primary target. Oh, into a pin this time. Flips her over into a pin. Gianna did not expect that, but still able to kick out. Alexia Diamond got to be asking herself at this point, what the hell do I got to do to put Gianna down for the count? There's some stomps to the hand. Grabs her by the hair. This is some rough and rugged offense. Oh, stepping on the hair. Stepping on the hair of Gianna as she rips at the arms. Alexia Diamond is pulling no punches here tonight, but neither is Gianna. Forearm backs her into the barricade. Tries for another punch. Diamond gets out of the way. Clothesline. No time to waste, and she knows it. Picks her up from behind. Fujiwara! Fujiwara! Fujiwara locked in again! And we can't really see what's going on. The barricade blocking our view. Referee's in position though. Gianna did not tap and able to escape. Alexia Diamond so fast though. Back into control. Excuse me. Another pinpoint elbow by Alexia Diamond. Someone brought some of that G Fuel shit around. Allergic to that, man. W only. Well, at last we go back into the ring. And Alexia Diamond, does she finally have what it takes to keep Gianna down? Octopus stretch applied a third time. No way! Gianna! How can you not be impressed with Gianna in this match? This is going to be the best we've ever seen the former Women's World Champion. Kick to the knee, Gianna taking a step back. Oh, nails! Nails that reverse STO off the ropes. But somehow, Alexia Diamond kicks out. Another kendo stick produced by Gianna. There she gets back into the ring. Alexia Diamond on her. Quick as anything. Puts her down on her neck again. Pendulum backbreaker. Anything and everything she could think of. Didn't see that kick to the top of the head coming. Another DDT! And surely, 1, 2, 3. That is finally enough to keep Alexia Diamond down. What a matchup and a hard-fought win for Gianna. Like I said, maybe the best performance from Gianna that we have ever seen. It's hard to compliment Gianna because of her, her personality. But credit where it's due, man. What a match and what a victory. And goddamn, Bread dropping the 5 gifted subs. Legend, bless. Gianna with a great win here. Certainly a message sent to Ruby Raquel, as now she heads into the Women's Royal Rumble match tomorrow night at Mob Violence. Is Gianna a favorite? into our second matchup of the evening, my friends, here on Octane episode 67, as Kieran Gallagher of the Prestige, officially the longest reigning tag team champions in CMV history, over 7 months. Joined, of course, by Cedric Kovic, guys, who last episode of Octane, first round matchup in the Anarchy Championship Tournament, bested Tracy James, but the only championship that should be of concern to the Prestige right now is the Octane Tag Team Championship, which they defend tomorrow night at Mob Violence against B-Man and Tracy James. B-Man, of course, winning that Battle Royal back at Never Surrender, earned a championship opportunity and cashed it in for he and Tracy James to challenge for the Octane Tag Team Championship. Will it be the unorthodox pairing of B-Man and James that brings to an end this historic reign of the Prestige? But it's momentum that's at stake here, as Kieran Gallagher will be going one-on-one with B-Man. When the Prestige were voted as the next big thing in the Glammy Awards last year, boy oh boy, did the CMV Universe have it right. What a 2023 it was for Cedric Kovic and Kieran Gallagher, making history. 2024, I'm confident in saying, just might be even better for these two. The last thing they want to do is kick it off by losing their gold tomorrow night at Mob Violence. But how do you even prepare for a team like B-Man and Tracy James? This entire group that Tracy James has brought together, as unorthodox as they come. But friendship is what keeps them united. And B-Man, using that championship opportunity he earned, winning that Battle Royal back at Never Surrender, to get that crack at the Prestige tomorrow night. What a start it would be to 2024 for B-Man to earn his first championship here in CMV. You can't ask for a much better tag partner than Tracy James. He's a former Unified World Tag Team Champion. So here we go, Kieran Gallagher, B-Man. Quite a clash of styles indeed here. Kieran Gallagher, the match specialist, submission expert, going up against B-Man, the high flyer. Oh, that could be over instantaneously. No, a kick out for B-Man. Now going to throw him out onto the apron. Kieran Gallagher with a big right hook, and now drops him down to the outside. Straight back into the fight, though. No backing down by B-Man. Kieran going off the ropes. Not a good start for B-Man in this matchup. Kieran Gallagher all over him like, what a rice. There we go, B-Man finally with a shot back, hatch suplex. Rolls out. Tracy James going to keep his distance so as to not risk a disqualification here. As Gallagher mocks B-Man, gets back into the ring, though, thrown into the corner. Clothesline. And up he goes for a satellite DDT. Coming up next, guys, here on Octane episode 67, Max Cutter of Hellfire going to be meeting Toyota Camry one-on-one, following up on that amazing tag team matchup last episode of Octane. We've also got our final first round matchup in the Anarchy Championship Tournament, C2 Alpasaki and Ben Stacy one-on-one. And of course, our main event, guys, that trios matchup. Oh, look at this, Cedric Kovic getting up on the apron, distracting B-Man, a rookie mistake, but to be fair, B-Man is a rookie. Tracy James should have taught him better. Oh, European uppercut. So think, the start of this season, Cedric Kovic and Kieran Gallagher hated each other's guts. Forced to team together and challenge for the NGW Tag Team Championship at the time. And now here they are, over 7 months later, perhaps one of the greatest tag teams of all time in CMV, making history as the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. Big kick by B-Man Kieran Gallagher to search for refuge in the corner. B-Man hyping himself up, getting these fans on their feet. Drop kick. Oh, but come on, Cedricovic again. Getting involved, allowing Kieran Gallagher to retake control. Referee's got to do something about Cedricovic here. And better yet, Tracy James got to do something. Into the midsection. Kieran Gallagher, perfect plex down onto the floor. And a drop kick to the derriere. And again, not allowing B-Man to get back up to his feet. Nice block of the punch there, though, by B-Man. Eats that kick to the midsection, though. Count of 5, Kieran Gallagher. Not even going to risk it, gets back into the ring. And I'm sure he wouldn't mind taking a count-out victory here, but B-Man gets back into the ring. Oh, and immediately strikes! Taking down Kieran Gallagher! The Stinger is out! Wow! B-Man just like that! Scooping up a great win for himself and Tracy James going into that Octane Tag Team Championship match tomorrow night at Mob Violence. Damn, Kieran Gallagher, he most certainly did not see that coming. B-Man, but he strikes quick, he strikes deep, and B-Man, with a great start to his 2024 here in CMV, will it get even better tomorrow night at Mob Violence if he and Tracy James can end the historic reign of the Prestige? Well, that win there, guys, a great start to the night for Tracy James and his group of friends. Toyota Camry looking to follow up on it. Holy shit, Toyota Camry comes in hot and heavy. The former pro boxer, lefts and rights. He ain't waiting to get started. Oh, the Max Cutter responding with a clothesline, sends Camry down to the outside. Well, I'm sure that both of these men still feel the effects of that tag team war last episode of Octane, guys, which of course saw a Hellfire debut and defeat Toyota Camry and JT Moss, but Hellfire attacking their opponents before the matchup began, and obviously Toyota Camry looking for a measure of payback as he came running down the ramp, man, like a bullet, catching Max Cutter off guard. And now giving him all he can handle with these left hands. Max Cutter not even almost ready for the fire that Toyota Camry bring into the ring here tonight. But Cutter escaping With some elbows to the jaw there. We did hear from Hellfire offering Toyota Camry and JT Moss a rematch if they dare to take them up on it. And, well, we saw Camry and JT Moss accept, and so we're going to see that rematch next episode of Octane, and it's going to be an Extreme Rules match. But here tonight, Toyota Camry, he's not fixing to wait a whole other week to turn it up a notch, as we are seeing before our very eyes. Oh, and he busts Max Cutter open. Pretty apropos, considering Max Cutter, if I remember correctly, was the only one not to bleed last week in that tag team matchup. It was a bloody affair indeed. Count of force, Cutter delivers a kick to the midsection. Winding uppercut. Quickly dislocate your jaw. Cutter with some boxing proficiency of his own on display there. And now a Russian leg sweep right into the barricade. Sure to crack your back. And at the count of 7, Cutter actually going to pick Toyota Camry up. Gets back into the ring, lures him in. Actually trips Max Cutter as he gets back into the ring. Oh, the Superman punch! Coming out of nowhere! Jacking the jaw of Max Cutter, but only produces a 2 count for Toyota Camry. But he's going to blow on the right hand. Looking for that knockout strike. But Cutter able to see it coming. Choking him out on the top rope. Great combo now as Cutter takes control. Looks to drag Toyota Camry towards the ropes, but Camry, instead of some closed fists to the midsection, suck the air right up out of you. Look at the blood dripping down into Cutter's eyes. Quick thinking though, Cutter, whatever he was looking for there, Camry able to avoid it like the plague. Off the ropes he goes. Right hand. Max looking a little worse for wear right now. Not too sure what that was by Toyota Camry. Maybe he thought this was the Extreme Rules match for a moment, but that's next episode of Octane. Cutter, back elbow! Blasting Toyota Camry, he's out, but Max Cutter's not content. Reverse STO for the cherry on top. 1, 2, 3, and that'll do it just like that. Max Cutter with an exclamation point. I think he had Camry beat after that back elbow right there. The reverse STO, just a little extra. Well, Toyota Camry had the fire tonight, but it still was not enough. As Max Cutter earns the win for Hellfire. And now going to be looking to finish the job. Next episode of Octane, guys, that Extreme Rules match. And indeed, that's if Toyota Camry going to be able to make it to that matchup. The action here on Octane episode 67 continues, my friends, as it is the Women's True Love Battle Royal, hosted, of course, by Isabella Almas. We saw the Men's True Love Battle Royal a couple nights ago on Shockwave, hosted by Amara Rivers, won by Fidela de la Rosa. And certainly a opportunity for these women to gain momentum ahead of the Women's Royal Rumble match tomorrow night at Mount Violence. But these battle royals put together by Audia, because as we heard from them last week, so confident are they that they are going to win their respective Rumble matches. They want to give the rest of the CMV roster a chance to bask in at least a little bit of the spotlight. We've got quite a field of competitors here. Violet Evans of Otranto, Miasma of the Arsenal of Tilco Val, who we've actually not seen in a minute. Celestina Marquez, the former women's hardcore champion. Astrid Stern, first time we're seeing her since she lost her Rising Star Championship in the Ultimate Jeopardy match at Attack in Australia. And of course, Amber Reed, who's got to be, in my opinion, the favorite to win the Women's Royal Rumble match tomorrow night at Mount Violence. She's a former Women's Royal Rumble match winner. She knows what it takes, what has to be done to win a matchup like that. She's coming off that win against RBW a couple of weeks ago. Nice block there by Celestina Marquez. I don't know if that's the deal, that the winners of the True Love Battle Royales have to contractually fall in love with one another. That would certainly be interesting. Oh, Astrid Stern thrown over the top. Oh, Astrid Stern eliminated by Miasma. And, well, not a fun start to 2023 for Astrid Stern, or I should say 2024. Her 2023 ending on a sour note with the loss of a Rising Star Championship in 2024. Off to a rocky start indeed, but a hell of a way to bounce back tomorrow night at Mob Violence. Celestina Marquez, who certainly has to have an advantage, one would imagine, in a Royal Rumble matchup. The size of her, she's not going to be easy to get up over that top rope. Of course, that's the only way you can eliminate someone. Over the top they must go, both feet hitting the floor. Amber Reed dropping Miasma down onto her knee into a hangman's neck breaker. Still to come here on Octane episode 67. It lads up next. Blake Virtue in action, coming off his win against Leon Gatto last episode of Octane. Looking to further build on his momentum heading into the Men's Royal Rumble match. We've also got C2 Alpasaki, Ben Stacy one-on-one. Our final first round matchup in the Anarchy Championship Tournament. And our main event, trios action, as the Earl and the Higher Authority battle Peligro, Tris Diamond, and Morgan. Can that trio remain on the same page, at least for a night, against their common enemies? We'll find out. Big knee from Amber Reed there to chop down Miasma. Goes after Violet Evans. But Violet instead delivering that knee right between the eyes and instantly makes a beeline for Celestina Marquez. Grabs Violet by the hair, throws her down. It's a great start to the season, guys, for the Muscle Mommy. Her very first matchup, she took the Women's Hardcore Championship from Amber Reed. Past couple of months, though, Marquez, some have been saying, getting lost in the fold. Has to bring herself back towards the limelight. If there's one way to do that, it's winning the Royal Rumble match. Nightfall, but before she can even get to her feet, Miasma with that sit-out powerbomb of hers, and Amber Reed immediately maneuvering herself under the bottom rope. Like I said, Amber Reed knows what it takes to survive in a matchup like this, to win a matchup like this. Miasma might be the next to go. Violet Evans has her teetering. Can she push her out? No, Miasma fights her way back in. The only one eliminated so far, Astrid Stern. Oh, no, just as I say that, Violet Evans sent over the top, and that's the second elimination for Miasma. Oh, he gets caught with a drop kick from Amber Reed. Choke slam? Possibly from Miasma? No. That would have been something to see. Miasma, a former women's hardcore champion, guys, former women's tag team champion. Will she perhaps be the one to win that Royal Rumble? Oh! Finally go after the Women's World Championship. Tailcoat Val, she would certainly be pleased. Amber Reed, Nightfall for Miasma, but in comes Celestina Marquez. TKO! Immediately Amber rolling her way over to the ropes. Modified hero slam there by Miasma. Follows up by taking a chunk out of Celestina's finger. Has to keep herself energized in a matchup like this. Quick little snack, if you will. Tries to reel her in for a DDT, but the muscle mommy was ready for her clothesline there. Amber running right into a flapjack. And a forearm. Now it's Miasma trying to bide her time. Amber Reed pulled back into a clothesline. You see Celestina try to wear down the History Maker. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy in a Battle Royal scenario. Oh, looked like Amber was just about to eliminate Celestina Marquez, but Miasma from behind kicked to the back of the head. Celestina running right into the air raid siren neckbreaker. Look, I don't want to claim to be a know-it-all or anything, but I did last longer than anyone else in the Royal Rumble match a couple of years ago, so you can take it from me. I know a thing or two. But Amber Reed, she may have won a Royal Rumble match, but I don't think she lasted longer than anyone else, you know. Some might say that's a greater feat. Celestina Marquez gonna hang back for a moment. That's Miasma hanging out for dear life. Skins the cat to get back into the ring. And we're gonna try to take Miasma for a little bit of a walk. Taken down from behind Marquez. Eating some elbows to the midsection. Oh, beautiful disaster kick. Nightfall again to Miasma. Celestina, backslide driver. Certainly has Amber Reed hurt, but now you gotta get all that dead weight up and over the top rope to eliminate her. Okay, he's gonna try to do just that here. Miasma wants to be part of the fun. Saving Amber Reed. Intentionally? Probably not. We know Miasma to be animalistic. Not a whole lot of thought, I'm sure, going through that head of hers during a matchup, or just wanting to get her hands on someone and beat the hell out of them. Celestina gonna make her pay, though. Looks to turn the page. Over the top goes Marquez. The muscle mommy sent packing. And then there were two in the True Love Battle Royal. It's down to Miasma and Amber Reed. A big push of momentum going into the Rumble tomorrow night for one of these two. Pele kick by the History Maker. Grabbing Miasma by the back of the head, delivering some kicks to the face. Now going to drag her over to the ropes. Takes a step back, lines up her shot. Miasma sent packing. Amber Reed, the True Love Battle Royal winner. And again, showing exactly why she has to be a favorite going into the Women's Royal match tomorrow night at Mob Violence. The history maker looking to make just a little bit more history. If she can become the very first ever two-time Women's Royal Rumble match winner. And I don't doubt for a single second that she could do it. That's my pick. Let it be known, that's my pick right there. Tertiary main event time it is. Oh, and Blake Virtue on his way to the ring here to face Subject Zero, guys. But look who it is, Leon Gata, making it clear that things are far from over here between these two. The Golden Lion, with fire in his eyes, has to be pulled back by security here. God damn, looks like he was intent on ripping Blake Virtue to shreds. If not for our security there, dragging him to the back, and well, Subject Zero more than happy to capitalize on that attack, as now he sends Virtue into the ring, and the referee is going to allow this matchup to properly start. Rings the bell. Well, after his win last episode of Octane, guys, over Leon Gata, Blake Virtue brandished a steel chair. Looked like he was going to try and permanently rid himself of the annoyance that has been Leon Gata this past month. But well, as we saw, saved was Leon Gata by global champion Morgan. We heard from Virtue afterwards saying he proved that Leon Gata is simply not on his level, and he's done with him. But Leon Gata retorted saying, "You're done when I say you're done," and things are far from over between us, and obviously Leon Gata wanted to reiterate that point. Look at Subject Zero, no qualms whatsoever, taking advantage on a hurt Blake Virtue. Best bout machine, European uppercuts to the back of the head. We talk about Anne-Marie being a favorite for the women's Royal Rumble match. I firmly believe Blake Virtue has to be a favorite going into the men's Royal Rumble match. Kicks to the midsection. So easily could break a rib, and now playing around a little bit as he drops that knee. Finally able to get into the fight here. To the top he goes. Oh, a knee across the chest. Well, that puts Subject Zero down. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it will. Blake Virtue scores the win, but look who's back. Leon Gana has managed to shake off the security team. The Golden Lion is back out here. And Virtue has had enough. Blake Virtue has had enough. Leon Gana's ready to go. These two are going to tear each other apart. The referee trying to keep Virtue back. I don't think there's any reason to try. Back and forth, back and forth. Here comes the security. More security to separate these two. Gana is seeing red. The madman. Well, guys, co-main event time now here on Octane episode 67 as both Blake Virtue and Leon Gana dragged to the back by an army of security to stop them from killing each other here. But I heard the fans, all right, chanting, "Let them fight." And as general manager of Octane, I'm nothing if not a man of the people. And this is the A show after all. So you know what? I ain't gonna let them fight. Next episode of Octane, a rematch between Blake Virtue and Leon Gana. And this time, let's have it be anything goes. If these two want to rip and tear each other apart, I'm of a mind to let them. But speaking of ripping and tearing, C2 Afasaki, undefeated still here in CMV. Entering the ring to face Ben Stacy here in our final first round matchup of the Anarchy Championship Tournament. Last episode of Octane, we saw Bison the Barbarian fighting on behalf of Mr. Green Advance, Cedric Kovic of the Prestige Advanced, and Knights Advanced, who will be joining them in the second round. As C2 Afasaki puts up his undefeated streak. against the Doctor, Ben Stacy. It was a wild 2023 for young Ben Stacy, breaking off from Jay Young, the two of them having that amazing matchup at Ascendance 11, and really coming into his own here on Octane. Ben Stacy establishing himself as one of the upper echelon, and especially in recent months, pitting Peligro, let's not forget, not once but twice, while he was global champion. But Ben Stacy, we heard from him last week, he still feels as though he has so much to prove. And prove it he just might in this Anarchy Championship tournament. Another notch in his belt it would be to hand Situ Apasaki his first loss ever. And you can be sure that the Anarchy champion himself, Josh Wolf, has been watching this tournament unfold, as he, of course, prepares to, at long last, break the record for most overall eliminations in the Royal Rumble. He's currently tied with Hayden. Will tomorrow finally be the moment that Josh Wolf breaks that record? He's been trying to do it for years now. Big splash by C2 Apasaki, hoping to make quick work of Ben Stacy. No such luck, though, as he rolls out of the ring, reassessing the situation for a moment, realizing what exactly he's up against, and just shoved down the pure power, raw, from C2 Apasaki. Off the ropes he goes, picks him up, and puts him down with authority. Now from side control, closed fists. Any one of those shots could break young Ben Stacy's nose here. I mean, this is... I struggle to call Situ Apasaki a man. We know he fancies himself the apex predator here on Octane. And for good reason. Nobody has been able to figure out a way to defeat C2 Apasaki. Picks Ben Stacy up, middle of the ring. Stacy, though, still fighting back. Throat thrust, tries for a hook to the jaw. Says, get that shit out of here. Big clothesline that would take the head off of any normal man. Quick counter by Stacy. Whoa, what a drop kick and a senton to follow it up. You see the way C2 folded there, man. He went limp like a wet spaghetti noodle. Now we see Stacy trying to go to work on the arm. The fans certainly behind the Doctor here. Oh, snap! Fisherman's neck breaker into the pin, but only a 2 count. Ben Stacy looking around like, it's unbelievable, but believe it he must. Wilson! Apasaki overhead. Check, 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 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Is that better? Oh, C2 Apasaki, guys, able to counter a second attempt of that Fisherman's neck breaker. Hits his patented choke bomb, but that's not enough to keep Ben Stacy down. Now Apasaki, he knows what he's got to do, and he's looking to do it. Oh! Tried to hit the Samoan spike, but Ben Stacy, that was a last-ditch effort right there. That was a final hoorah, and it did not end very well. There it is. No, wait, counters it, and Ben Stacy tries again for the Fisherman's neck breaker. No, Apasaki reverses it a second time. Amasaki says enough of this. Oh, the tongue and death grip! The tongue and death grip! Ben Stacy! He's fading, but he's fighting. Can he hang in there? C2 Amasaki trying to choke the very life out of Ben Stacy here. How the hell did he survive that? Power slam now, perhaps no. Stacy counters. Reverse DDT. Amasaki tries to get to his feet, but Stacy's sticking on him. Like a monkey on a cupcake. Stop to the shoulder, got Amasaki with a quick kick. Oh, and he's calling for it. Trying for it again. Oh, a choke slam. No, Stacy. Reversal fest like it's 1999 up in here. Tries for a kick to the shoulder. Amasaki gets out of the way, but not out of harm's way just yet. Choke slam again. No, Stacy. Refusing to just be another victim of C2 Amasaki. Clothesline. And again. Kick gets caught. Tripped up. Woo! Ben Stacy's feeling it. The fans on their feet behind him. He's going to try again. He's going to try again. The Fisherman's Neckbreaker. No! Amasaki! Drops behind him. Takes out the back of the knee. Drop kick doesn't faze Ben Stacy. From behind. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ben Stacy! Ben Stacy has done it! Ben Stacy has done it! Ben Stacy defeats C2 Amasaki! Unbelievable! What a final 3 Into our main event we now go, my fine feathered friends. And it is trios action coming our way as the Earl, the new Rite of Passage champion. Yes, you heard that correctly in case you missed it. Now, obviously, last episode of Octane, guys, we saw Duke Harris Anderson defeat Chris Diamond to capture the Rite of Passage championship for the higher authority. And it was after the show that, well, Duke Harris Anderson, at the behest of the speaker, Bobby Lee Studd, gave the Rite of Passage championship to the Earl. And well, now the Earl with a global championship match whenever he wants. But interrupted was the celebration by Chris Diamond. Who said, really, this is how it's going to be? You just give the Earl the championship? And, well, Earl, pretty surprisingly, honestly, offered Chris Diamond a shot at the Rite of Passage championship, much to the chagrin of Bobby Lee Studd. He wasn't having it, but the Earl saying he'll give Chris Diamond a crack at the belt, but only if they play by his rules, country club rules. And Diamond accepting, and so we're on for a Rite of Passage championship match tomorrow night at Mount Violence. Chris Diamond, the Earl, in a country club rules match. And well, if you don't remember what a country club rules match entails, we did see Hunter Quinn and the Earl do battle in one back in Ascendance 11. It is a 2 out of 3 falls match where you can only score a fall via pin. And if you leave the ring, you only have 5 seconds to get back into the ring. Only a 5-second count out to discourage any sort of shenanigans at ringside. It's gentlemen's rules. This is definitely an uneasy alliance here between Peligro, Chris Diamond, and Morgan. 3 men who will certainly do not like one another, but hopefully able to stay on the same page, remain united against the common enemy of the higher authority here tonight. That's going to be easier said than done, though, knowing that in just 24 hours, Peligro and Morgan face off one-on-one for the Global Championship. A highly anticipated third matchup between the two that both men themselves are very much looking forward to, not to mention the CMV Universe. Of course, Peligro defeating Earl last episode of Octane to earn that championship opportunity. And even though they might not like each other, Peligro, Chris Diamond, Morgan, they all know that the higher authority is a cancer that they do not want taking over here on Octane like they have over on Shockwave. That's what keeps them united. Chris Diamond so close to getting his shot at the Global Championship. Oh, Chris Diamond. Evidently, he has taken the championship back. Maybe that's why the Earl didn't come out here wearing it. Oh, the cheek of Chris Diamond. Sneaking into the Earl's locker room, taking the championship back. Well, this very well could be the sight we see if Chris Diamond can reclaim the Rite of Passage championship tomorrow night at Mount Violence. But he's going to have to play by the Earl's rules in order to do it. I'm glad that Chris Diamond stole the championship back. It would have brought a tear to my eye to see him come out here without that championship wrapped around his waist. And last but far from least, the CMV Global Champion, guys, who made it clear last week that he is a friend to no one here on Octane, but Octane is his show. And as global champion, he'll be damned if he's going to allow the higher authority to swoop in here and do as they please to try to take over. As the king of the mountain, Morgan says everything goes through me. And he feels as though it's his duty to defend Octane against these would-be invaders. You already know it's going to be a humdinger and a half tomorrow night at Mob Violence. Peligro Morgan for that global championship. The last two times they faced off, instant classics. That was last season when Peligro was known by a different name, as Morgan touched on himself last week. So here we go, Trios Tornado Tag Team matchup. The Earl and the Higher Authority against the Super Team. I didn't see Peligro for a moment. That's how big Morgan is. I was like, where's Peligro? Earl with a Hangman's Neckbreaker to the CMV Global Champion. There's Morgan holding his jaw. And we see Peligro put those kitty claws to work, raking the eyes of Duke Harris Anderson. Just 24 hours away, my friends, from Mob Violence. You do not want to miss it. Not only does the Royal Rumble match return, 30 men, 30 women fighting for a golden opportunity, a World Championship matchup next month at Validation. But we've also got Peligro, Morgan, for the CMV Global Championship. We've got the Allied Powers, Beef Mountain for the Unified World Tag Team Championship, and so much more. Our first special event of the new year, as Morgan drops Bobby Lee Stone with that delayed vertical suplex, big old belly to belly from Anderson, but caught quickly from behind by Diamond with an Enzu lariat. Into the corner, Morgan is set, big body splash by Stud. Jab. So we see Diamond practice his Royal Rumble abilities, tossing Duke Harris Anderson over the top and down to the outside. Anderson, Peligro up on his shoulders, wasteland. About damn near put Peligro through the canvas, breaking that foundation from the British Baller. Coming out of nowhere for the pin, but broken up by Earl. And rite of passage champion. That championship handed to him by Duke Harris Anderson last week. And now if he can manage to retain against Chris Diamond tomorrow night, a global championship match. Whenever, wherever he wants. That's the last thing we need the higher authority having in their back pocket. They want to establish a foothold here on Octane, like they've done over on Shockwave, placing their golden boy Hayden at the top of the mountain as the undisputed heavyweight champion. But we here at Octane, we're not just going to lay down and roll over. 1916 from Diamond. Morgan here at ringside, back body drop, a thud. Lee Earl lands with on the floor. Oh, Peligro super kicks to the back of the head. 1, 2, oh, but no such luck. Diamond, though, looking to follow up on it. Peligro says, he's mine. Super kick into the pin. He falls. 1, 2, oh, but breaking that foundation to Earl. Into the pin. Uno, no tres for the Global General. Fast-paced offense here on our main event. Diamond, wait a minute! Another one! Break your neck foundation, numero dos to the Earl. Everyone else is busy. 1, 2, Earl kicks out. Duke Harris Anderson now coming in to make the save. Diamond takes him out with a clothesline. Diamond versus the world here. Big time knee drops Duke Harris Anderson. Diamond tries to make it to the ropes. Earl looking to stop him. Ain't happening though. Brain buster. Bobby Lee Spud having himself a little bit of a nap there at the end of the ramp. Morgan's coming over to wake him up. The last thing I would want to see waking up. Morgan's big ugly face. Don't tell him I said that. Earl dropping Diamond on his neck. With that Snapdragon suplex now to the corner he goes. We know what he's calling for. Winding it up. Old World Blues. Hooks the leg. Oh, Morgan dropped on his head. No soft landing for him either. The steel of the ramp. That's a quick way to crack a skull. Peligro trying to fight off Duke Harris Anderson in the Earl all by himself right now. Kick to the back of the knee, Earl. Pushing Anderson aside. Drop kick to the side of the head. Gonna spin him around. Duke Harris Anderson could be looking for that butt buster of his into the rings of Saturn. Gives Peligro the snake eyes. Morgan realizing Peligro needs a little bit of help here. Goes for vexation. Earl cuts him off though. Single leg back body drop. Try for it again, spins Peligro around, but Morgan intervenes, saving his #1 contender. Peligro kicks the back of Earl's knee, spikes him on the jaw with that knee. Poison Frankensteiner in the corner. Earl picks himself up. Peligro full steam ahead. Ooh, able to throw to the outside. Elbow to the jaw though, sets him up in perfect position around the post. He goes Tiger feint kick. Back into the ring. The Earl stunned, and that gives Peligro his opening. Super kick to the back of the head. Uno, dos, tres, no tres, no tres. To the top though he goes. Earl's in the danger zone. Peligro flying high. Oh! God damn! Famouser from the top, busting Earl open. And now the super kick. No, Earl able to catch the kick. Clothesline to the fatal feline. And the gentleman, Old World Blues. 1, 2, kick out. The Earl's not having it though. Snapdragon suplex. Peligro is in a world of trouble right now with both of his tag team partners are busy. Gets out of the way of that second attempt of Old World Blues. Sends him flying. Lucha Kings. Super kick to the speaker. And again into the straitjacket German. Vintage Peligro. Punch to the gut. Stud with a Yakuza kick. Hoists him up like it ain't no thing. Peligro wise to roll over to the ropes. Getting himself back to a vertical base. Diamond intervenes. Breaking that foundation. Countered though at the very last second. And a big old kick straight down the gullet of Peligro. Back and forth here between Stud and Peligro. Stabbing blows to the midsection. Dropping Peligro. Earl bleeding from a gash across his forehead, courtesy of Peligro. Tossing Chris Diamond into the corner like a rag doll. Rocker dropper by the gentleman as Peligro on all fours. A visual I do not need to see. Oh, he goes up for the top though, with style, with panache. Back in the ring, Earl from Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope. Elbow drop attempt, Diamond able to maneuver out of the way just in the nick of time. And now he's got the Earl right where he wants him, 1916. But he's not going to stop there. Into the corner he sends Earl, giving him a taste of what's to come tomorrow night at Mob Violence. Break your neck foundation a third time into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Duke Harris Anderson running down the ramp, but just a little too late. And the super team scoring themselves a huge victory here tonight. Far from friends, but a hell of a team they made here tonight. Peligro, Chris Diamond, Morgan battling back the higher authority, scoring a great win for Octane.